He sat there in the Oval Office yesterday and he admitted that he was lying and he was using his propaganda machine to do it when he said that we sent millions of dollars to Gaza for condoms. That was a lie.
Representative Jasmine Crockett just caught Elon Musk red-handed. She's exposing how Musk is using Doge, yes, Dogecoin, to grab millions in taxpayer funds. I'm talking government contracts, hidden payments, and a scam that's been running under the radar for months.
With you, Jake. I do want to point out that not even the Republicans' own witnesses decided to try to defend what Elon Musk has done thus far. Instead, all of the witnesses talked about things that we've been advocating for, such as making sure that we can modernize our technology so that we can root out those fraudsters that are able to attack us, because basically we are still living in the Stone Ages with our technology as we are trying to disseminate much needed dollars, whether it's for SNAP benefits or whether it's for a contract or whether it's for PPP loans. So yeah, they were advocating for the things that we've been talking about for a long time, and the Republicans consistently say defund, defund, and they don't want to make the investments, and therefore we end up in the situation that we're in. But they did not have an answer for why it would make sense to get rid of the Department of Education, why it would make sense to tell the CDC and the FDA that they should not be giving out information so that the American public can stay safe. They didn't have any explanations as to why we would have him sitting over the Department of Treasury, or why, if he is supposedly auditing anything, why they didn't actually go find someone who actually does auditing and instead put him there. So honestly, as far as I'm concerned, they have proven that this is nothing more than a sham. And as I laid out, another payday for Elon Musk, because we know that if there is any government welfare to be handed out, it is consistently being handed out to Elon Musk, who stopped all the money to USAID and various other organizations that depend on that money, while at the same time deciding that he would somehow get another contract for over $300 million authorized for a company that he's overseeing, while he's also allegedly rooting out waste.
You have called a Doge the devil. What do you say to the average American out there who says, look, the government spends too much money, and I just believe that they're not taking seriously enough, the federal government, the waste and the fraud that is out there. And if Elon Musk can find some of it, more power to him.
Yeah, if he could. But first of all, if you're going to find it, then the proper thing to do would be to find it. And then clearly this is an appointee of our Republican president. He should then take his findings to the Republican caucus. Currently, the Republicans control the House, the Senate, as well as the White House. He should have a caucus meeting with them, talk about what his findings are, bring actual documentation versus posting on X and then saying, oh, well, I'm not going to be perfect. Well, what is the point? Honestly, you and your little team of teenagers seem like the biggest waste that we've endured since Donald Trump has sworn in, because we should not be chasing these random stories that are nothing more than propaganda that are designed to infuriate the American people. I understand when people say that they are concerned about our debt, as they should be concerned. But if you really want to look at the problem is probably with the Trump administration. We know that that administration, the last time they were in, ran our debt up an additional $8 trillion, more than anybody else has ever done, and we're not talking about that. So I don't know how they plan to fix it. If they want to talk about tax cuts, the ones that they are trying to get in under the radar that are only going to benefit the top 1%, then let's have that conversation and talk about them paying their fair share. Let's stop this idea of saying that it's people that are getting $6 a day to eat on SNAP benefits, and those are the people that are the problem with all of the waste. Let's talk about the fact that the Defense Department, which when we look at our spending, takes up almost 50% of our budget, and we know that defense has not been able to pass an audit in the last 6 audits. They were spending as much as $1,000 per toilet. That is where we have real money that is going out, yet you know what they keep doing, Jake? Every single budget, they give them more money. You know where Elon gets the vast majority of his money? He gets it from the side of the ledger that defense resides on. Let's talk about it if you want to talk about it.
Crockett just dropped the bomb, and Musk's empire is crumbling. Here's the kicker. Our insiders say another leak is dropping tomorrow. This time, it's twice as bad. Smash that like button right now and subscribe if you want to be the first to see it. Ring that bell so YouTube pushes it to you before they try to censor it. Do not miss what happens next. Stay decoded.